That looks like Dollar Tree. Supplies.
Vertical shot.
Starting with the blade.
And sanding sponge. For project number 2. Because you have to sand, cut, right? Oh, there's too many things.
How do we narrow it down?
Okay, I'm just gonna like start grabbing stuff and then we can put stuff back.
Shall I get a basket?
Maybe? No. No. So, we've got very limited tools. I don't have a compass. Compass?
Compass.
I'm not going to say that. Compass. Because I am a unique individual, and I want to be unique. Okay.
Hi, Ryan here. I'm assuming you've already seen the title, and you know that this video is an abject failure. I didn't want my first project to be such a catastrophe, but I think most makers start here. The idea was originally that I would have a $5 budget per project, and I tried to find hand tools and scraps for cheap or nothing. If you haven't seen the intro video, there's more information on that. But anyways, because of this low budget, we decided to go to the dollar store, because what better place is there to buy a bunch of things for $5 or less? We ended up getting about $10 worth of stuff. Most of it was, well, pretty useless, honestly. But they did have some good sandpaper, and they also had a pretty good right angle, which I was impressed with. The tacky glue and the wood glue were also pretty good quality. But as you'll see later on, the blade was pretty bad. It kept moving back and forth in its sheath. It wouldn't stay stable well enough to make a good cut. And the frame was hardly a frame, for lack of a better way of describing it. Some strange foam sort of construction. It was really weird. It fell apart almost instantly. And if I'm being honest, we didn't even use the crosscut saw that we found. It was really bad. But this was my first time branching out into woodworking and art projects and all that sort of stuff to film and to make at the same time. And I don't know what I was expecting, but I learned a lot. Moving on to the project itself, I had made some paper art years ago out of construction paper and cardboard. So I thought I would do a thrift store version of that. The concept was really simple. I wanted to make some 3D hexagons. So I made a makeshift compass out of cardboard I think that was my first point of failure looking back. It wasn't stable, it kept moving around. I couldn't find a good way to make accurate measurements. But anyway, I wanted to glue them up and add a frame and a little bit of paint and kind of sell them on Etsy as my first project, as sort of 3D artwork that's almost a sculpture, but kind of a poster. I really don't know what to call it. On top of the compass being off, the cutting tool kept slipping, and the dollar store paint is hardly paint, as I figured out later. Oh yeah, and we already mentioned the frame. Also, the last time I had made this, I made it out of construction paper. This time I was using cardboard. It was a lot thicker and a lot more unwieldy. And while the tacky glue was pretty good, it didn't quite work as well on cereal box cardboard than it did on construction paper. So I tried to make things work and flailed and failed and tried some more and tried as best as I could to accommodate for the supplies that I was working with, and well, it just didn't work out. And I was pretty frustrated. I wasn't able to complete a very basic art project. So how could I possibly put something out there to inspire other people? To inspire you? But after I stepped back, walked away, cleaned up the mess, turned the lights out for the night, and thought about it over the next few days, I realized that I learned a lot from that project. I know what to look for in usable tools. I know that a cardboard sliver is a terrible compass. I still don't know what I was thinking there, honestly. And I know that failure is important. And that I just have to keep trying and making and learning. And eventually something beautiful will happen. Thanks for watching.